A warm good evening to everyone present here. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to take a session on such a prestigious award. So without further ado, I will move on to the session. So just before starting the session, if there is any doubts at any point, please feel free to unmute your mic and ask me or put it in the chat box. I will be checking the chat box frequently and I will try to attend it. And I think we'll be having a Q&A at the back end of the session also. So after finishing the session also, you can ask your doubts. Feel free to ask your doubts. So let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So as you all see, this is an award. This is the basic idea of a session is to how to apply for this regional exemplary student branch award and what are the points you should look for when you apply for it, how to maximize your chances of getting the award. So pretty much if you look at it, this is going to be one of the boring sessions you have ever attended. So I have tried to make it a bit more interesting by making the points smaller and adding some memes kind of things. So please bear with me if you don't like it or if it seems inappropriate. It was just me experimenting out so that you don't get bored at the end of the session. At least you listen to what I say. So as you all know, IEEE MGA Student Activities Awards, there are actually 4 awards. And this is one of the most important award and one of the most longest awards. It takes a lot of time to apply for this award. So so your question will be, why am I here exactly? Why I am the person who is going to take the session of an prestigious award like the IEEE MGA Exemplary Student Branch Award. So myself, Gokul CM, I'm currently pursuing my 4th year in information technology from GEC Barton Hill. I also have a startup of my own named GATS LLP. I am the founder and the chief executive officer of it. And I have been volunteering in IEEE starting from my 1st year. I was the past student representative of the CS Kerala chapter. And I also volunteered in the India Council. And I was the SB chair, the chair of Government Engineering College Barton Hill IEEE student branch for the past year. And we received the Exemplary Student Branch Award last year. So that's the main reason why I am here in front of you to take this session. So the main logic behind the award is to provide public recognition of exemplary IEEE Student Branch operations. So this is where you should give your focus on IEEE Student Branch operations. It's not mentioning that it's for their exemplary activities or exemplary events or for anything or not for a specific thing. It's generally operations. Everything the student branch that's starting from hosting an EXICOM meeting to collecting feedback from participants. Everything as student branch does over a period of time is what is evaluated in this award. So it's not about hosting a huge flagship event in your college and being dormant the rest of the time. You are not going to get this award. It's about being consistent and doing your operations well as a student branch. And we will be looking at what all things are mainly evaluated in the slides coming. So this is the basic logic of the award. This award is given as a recognition for how well you're taking forward your student branch operations and not for a specific activity or specific event or for a specific initiative. So before moving on to the details of the award, last year we got 19 awards in our section. 19 SBs secured this award. So if you look at it, there is ample amount of people applying for this award from our section. So to stand out, you have to have this operations very well. And if you look at it, all of us should be proud at the end of the day because being a section, if I'm right, there are close to 100 student branches in Kerala section, out of which 89 are active student branches. And out of 89, 19 awards, which is just in a section, not even in a region, in a section. So that's a huge, remarkable achievement. You can be proud to tell anybody that you are a Kerala section member in IEEE. And moreover, 19 awards means there is a lot of people you can ask regarding the award process. If you have any doubts, if you have any problems, you can ask the link team members here. or you have a lot of people to go to. So that's another important what to say advantage this stat has. So I hope this number increases this year. So yeah, so let's see. Do you have what it takes to apply for this award? What are the eligibility criteria? So the first and important one is there is no numerical limit. If all the 89 student branches in Kerala section following a proper student branch operations, all the 89 will be getting award. There is no limit. The IEEE NGA has not set, the MGA Student Activities Committee has not set a numerical limit on this award. If you look at other awards, if you look at Larry K. Wilson Award, which is also one of the MGA Student Activities Awards, it has a limit. Only one person in a region will get the award. But this award doesn't have a limit like that. It can be distributed to anybody. Then the second point, this is the most important point, active student branch with ample active members, student branch reporting, officer reporting, VTools reporting, along with conforming to IEEE norms, goals, and bylaws. So this is the main eligibility criteria you have to follow. First, your student branch should be active. For a student branch to be active, you should have 12 members in it and at least one professional member who is the branch counselor of it. So if you have this basic minimum criteria, you will be considered as an active SB, and only active SBs will be eligible for this award. Dormant SB can apply for this award, but you won't receive the award because your nomination at the end of the day is not eligible. Then you have to do the student branch reporting, which is done in every year. I hope all of this was discussed in F2, F1 Vault. Then officer reporting. Officer reporting is another major part which is done once in a year, where new office bearers take charge, and the student branch reporting is done along with this officer reporting. Then another important part of running an IEEE student branch is VTools reporting, where all our activities, starting from administrative activities to technical, non-technical, and humanitarian activities, are reported. All our events, activities, initiatives are reported in the VTools. So VTools reporting is another mandatory one. And along with conforming to IEEE norms, goals, and bylaws, it generally means like following the goal of advancing technology for humanity. Then it should be more over focused on skilling students and turning them into greater professionals, rather than not having a great time being in an IEEE member. It's about focused on something. And IEEE norms generally means you should have an execom, you should have a branch counselor. If you have student branch chapters, you have that. You have to conduct execom meetings. I think you have to conduct at least 3 execom meetings and report in the VTools to be considered for rebate and all. So all that stuff should be followed here. So if you have all these things done properly, then only you are eligible for this award. These eligibility criteria, if you don't follow this eligibility criteria, it doesn't mean that you can't apply for this award. You can definitely apply for this award, but you would be considered for the award. So this is one of the main eligibility criteria for this award. The third one is student branch is active in the paper device. That point generally means you have to conduct events, execom meetings, competitions, etc., in a regular interval, at least once or twice in a year, in a regular interval. That's what it means. Then evidence that the student branch is striving to meet the scientific, educational, and professional purposes of IEEE. So here it's asking for evidence specifically. So there should be documentation for all the activities. We generally do events and activities and initiatives to kind of strive meeting the purposes of the scientific education. That thing we usually do events and initiatives for that. You should have it well documented, well reported in VTools, things like that. So that's what they mean through evidence. I can kind of blabber that I have done this, that, but I need evidence. So you should have photographs, you should have posters, flyers, maybe letter of recommendations, things like that, supporting what your student branch has done to stick with the purpose of IEEE. So evidence. So that's another important thing. Then the most important one, which a lot of SBs confuse, is the activities which is covered between the previous year. Like in 2023, if I'm applying with the activities starting from January 1st, 2022 to 31st December 2022. So all the activities done in this period is kind of concise in a small manner and applied for this award. It's not this year, what you're going to do this year, or what you have done in the historic times of your SP, but it's what is done in the last year. All the activities, initiatives, and accomplishments which you procured in the last year of your student branch is considered and is needed in this. So these are the eligibility criteria. Anybody have any doubt regarding this? Any
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Could you just explain the V-Tools reporting again? I didn't understand that part. V-Tools reporting.
So actually, V-Tools reporting, all the officers of the student branch has access to V-Tools, which you can access through this MGA portal. I think pretty straightforward videos of how you can do V-Tools reporting is available in the Kerala Section YouTube channel, if I'm right. So what V-Tools reporting generally is, let's say you conducted an XCOM meeting. So you will be probably jotting down the minutes. So you just go to the V-Tools and report. So V-Tools is the platform where you report all your activities, like whatever events you do. Let's say you conducted a coding competition. So there is a template in V-Tools which asks for the date, time, the platform. If there is a talk, it asks for speakers. So things like that. So it has a template. You just fill in that form, which is pretty straightforward, and submit it. And it is added to the events initiatives list of your SBC, SB or the SBC. So it is kind of a centralized system where anybody could track and view the events and activities your student branch is doing. So that's what V-Tools reporting vaguely is. If you want more details, you can check the Kerala Section YouTube channel or ask any members of the link team. They will be happy to help you. Because if you dive into V-Tools reporting, it itself takes an hour to teach you that. I hope your doubt is cleared, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope I don't see any messages in the chat. So I will move forward with the session. So these are the eligibility criteria. That might itself be tiring for you. So let's move to the next step. What is, if you feel like you're eligible, we need to know how to apply for it. So let's move on to that. So the nomination process. So first, importantly, only a student branch officer can nominate for the award through the nomination form via the student awards portal. I will show you the portal in a few minutes. So student branch officer. So who is a student branch officer? The student branch chair, the student branch vice chair, the student branch secretary, the student branch counselor. So these people are mainly the student branch officers, and usually 99% cases, student branch chair applies for this award. So student branch officer can only nominate the SB for this award. So this is the strict criteria, and through the award nomination portal, which I will be showing you in a few minutes. So the second one is nomination must be accompanied by supporting documentation. So there are some supporting documentation. There's a lot of documentation work you have to do, go through this. You will be having XCOM training sessions soon, all the XCOMs of the student branches. So there you will be seeing each chair's role, secretary's role, vice chair's role. So all the roles has a point called documentation, which I wasn't pretty clear when I was office bearer in my student branch. But when I started applying for this award, I understood what that meant. You have to give a lot of supporting documentation for this award. Some documentation are to be created from the start of your term itself. So actually, if you ask me, the purpose of this session is to help you apply for this year's award and to prepare you to apply for next year's, that is the 2024 award. Because this award, as I said, it's not for a specific event or an initiative. It's for what you do as a student branch over an year. So there is a lot of things you have to start from the start. So I'm not saying it's very too late to apply for the 2023 award. I'm not mentioning that. You can take the pointers from there and use it to apply for the next year in a pretty prepared manner. That's it. So you have to give supporting documentation. So there are 5 mandatory documents and 32 additional documents, out of which 12 are, at least 12 are required. So 5 mandatory documents are pretty simple. You can create it in the last minute. So those 5 are actually needed. And out of the 32 documents, 12 of them, at least 12 of them, you have to submit for your nomination to be considered. So out of the 32, any SB can, I think, prepare 20 documents very easily. So, but you have to work on this and to prepare this document properly. That's the task involved in applying for this award. So these are the documentation, and there is actually the total of 38 documents, out of which you have to submit 17 documents. So that's the crux of this. Then along with this, 2 endorsements are needed. So endorsements are generally people who are backing you. If you ask any member of any SB chair of Kerala section to give an intro, to give an idea about SB, if an award is at stake, we don't know what he is telling is legit or not, and you are applying for an MGA level award. There are 10 sections, 10 regions competing for this, more than 50 sections there. So actually, a lot of nominations would come in. So the nomination people, the nomination committee, non-com committee should know what they're telling is true or not. So that's the purpose of this endorsements. So these endorsements are people who are backing you that, yes, the student branch has done these things. I have seen them. So they are just adding credibility to what we are saying in our documents. So 2 different endorsements are needed. It can be done by IEEE student branch counselor or department head or section student activities committee chair or the section chair or the section student representative. So we'll be looking at each of these in detail. Don't worry about it. Each of these 3 points in detail in the coming slides. So this is the nomination process. So we have heard the eligibility criteria. You are okay with the nomination process. Then we are going to proceed. So there is another important thing, deadline. After hearing this, we will be motivated to apply for this award. But us being BTech students, we procrastinate a lot. So there is a deadline. Yeah. So the deadline is 31st March of every year. Every year, this award is conferred to student branch for the activities. And every year, the deadline is 31st March. So each year, in some years, they extend it for 24 hours or something. But usually, it's at 31st of March. So after hearing this, you might feel like this is a lot. This is too much work is there. Trust me, this is not a cakewalk. You have to do a lot of work, especially student branch officers. So before going into the work, there is some details you should have with you. First is the student branch code, which is very, very important. My student branch code was STB 64271. So I would suggest every office bearer should know their student branch code by heart, because you need it in a lot of places when you go for applying for awards. This is not the first award IEEE has. Arton Award will be coming soon. Then India Council Award will be coming soon. Then sooner you will be having section awards and subsection awards. So a lot of awards are going to come in your way. So there should be some details you should keep handy. First one is a student branch code. If you don't know, don't worry about it. Go to the student branch reporting, your officer reporting. Here your SB's name, it would be there. Then the student branch complete name. If you ask me, I'm from GEC Barton Hill. So my student branch, what we refer to usually is IEEE SB GECBH. Actually, it's not the student branch name. The student branch name is IEEE Student Branch Government Engineering College, Barton Hill. So you should have your full name, the full name of the student branch when you go for applying for awards. Don't use shorthand names. It will harm you at the end. Then you should have the following details of the student branch counselor: his full name, his IEEE number, and his email ID. And make sure this email ID is one he checks, because mails go to this student branch counselor. And the student branch chair, you also need his name, his or her name, IEEE number, and email ID. And he or she should also be actively using this email ID. So these are some details you should be handy with. So now we will be going to the nomination process. So first we will be looking at the nomination portal. Then we will be looking in a detailed way at the endorsements and the documents which you have to submit. So this is, we can say, the second milestone. So any doubts right now anybody is having? Yeah, no, I guess. So I will share the nomination portal. I hope my screen is visible. Guys, anybody? Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So This is the portal which through which you are going to apply for this. So if you have any doubts on how to reach this, just go to the address bar and type students.ieee.org. The website would pop in. So go to the opportunities, SAC award programs, and select the award, IEEE Regional Exemplary Student Branch Award. So here, all the eligibility criteria, the nomination process, everything is mentioned here. I just put it in a concise and a precise way so that you understand it. So here you can view the past recipients, everything is here. So I will open this one. So this has the list of documents, the list of documents you have to submit. So here you can see the 5 required documents and the 32 additional documents which you can submit as part of applying for this award. So we will be going through each of these documents in a detailed manner. So anybody who is interested to apply for this award, I will suggest all the student branches should apply for this award, because without applying for this, initiatives like this, being a student branch doesn't make sense in my viewpoint. So I would suggest all the student branch officers present in this meeting to take initiative and apply for this award. When you apply for this award, the first thing is you will know where your SB stands in the scales of IEEE MGA. So you will know what are the points you should improve, things like that. And you will understand how well documented your student branch is. If you could apply for this award easily, then your student branch is well documented. You don't need to worry about that. But if you can't, you have to make changes there. So this is the best way to start any Exicom, because you will know the cons of your Exicom very, very easily. So anybody who is going to apply for this, I will suggest you just download and keep this document. This is like the handbook which you are going to refer on a daily basis. So I will just keep it at that side. So when you come down in the nomination process, you can see the nominator shall complete the nomination form via the Student Awards portal. Just click that link. So you will be directed to the Student Awards portal. You will be asked to log in and all. I have already logged in. So this shows here. So here, just click submit an application. Close the unnecessary tabs. Yeah. So here you can see, if you come down in the nomination portal, actually the nomination portal is divided into 4 parts. You will see that in detail. So here, award nominee name. So usually what student branch chairs, as I said, student branch chairs usually apply for this award. So what they do is they type their name here. This field is not for typing your name. The award nominee name is your student branch. So you should give your student branch name. Okay. So here itself, it's written here for Exemplary student branch, enter the student branch name. So if you fail that, then whatever, if your documents is the best, you won't be receiving the award, because you just made a mistake in the initial step itself. So make sure in the award nominee name, please enter your student branch name. The complete name of your student branch, not IEEE SB GEC or something. IEEE student branch GEC Barton Hill. So similarly, give me the full name of your student branch. Then in the list of awards, select IEEE Regional Exemplary Student Branch Award. So here, all these details will be shown. You can just go through it. I have already shown you these things in that the slides. So after that, just click and save next. So there are 2 buttons in this one: save and save next. Say always, whenever you do an edit in this portal, first click save and then click save and next. Because trust me, IEEE portals are kind of loaded with a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic comes and goes through this. There is a lot of people who have applied for the award and not click saved and lost it and have to completely do it again. So there is a lot of problems with this portal. So I would suggest whenever you do an edit, first click save and then click save and next, or click save and go and do whatever you want. You just came to upload a document. Upload a document, click save and go. Please don't trust this IEEE site. Don't ever trust it. It will cheat you. I will give you 100% assurance for that. Whoever is going to apply for this award, this site will cheat you at least once. So save and next. So next comes, you have to select the region. All the IEEE student branches in Kerala section is under region 10. Then you have to select the section. We belong to the Kerala section. Okay, Here is yeah, Kerala section. Then you have to type your student branch code, which is STB. It starts with typically STB and then your code. Then the student branch full name, the counselor's name, IEEE number, and email ID. These are the details I told you to keep in handy when you go apply for any awards. You just collect these details from your counselor, your chair, your vice chair, and secretary, and keep it somewhere in the notes on a Google Keep, because all the award nominations and all the funding request needs this. So then the student branch, chair name, chair IEEE number, chair email ID, nomination period start date. So here you should give 1st January 2022. The nomination period end date is 31st December 2022. So this is the first section of our nomination portal for this award. So just click save first and save and next. So next is the nominator details. Who is nominating? If it's a student branch chair, give the volunteer position as student branch chair, the OU ID, the IEEE number. If it's the chapter advisor or branch counselor, their corresponding position, their student branch name, and IEEE number. So this is just the nominator details. The guy who is filling this, their details. The guy or the person who is filling this, it's their details. And when you type the phone number, please give your IST code. For India, it's +91. So yeah. So any doubts till this part, because next we are jumping into the documentation part. So any doubt, anybody, if you have, shoot in the chat box or unmute and feel free to ask. Okay, if you don't have any doubt, put no in the chat box so that I can proceed. No, it's January 1st to December 31st. Okay, fine. Okay, at least people are listening. I'm happy about that. Yeah. So next comes the 5 required documents. Without this, your application is not valid. So first one is the student branch online activity reporting. So this is the student branch reporting, which every student branch does at the start of the year. And it has a deadline. I don't remember the deadline. I think it's 1st February every year. Correct me if I'm wrong, LinkedIn members. So I think you have to submit it before that date to receive student branch rebate, which is the fund you get for running your activities of the or the operations of your student branch. So when you submit it, you will get an acknowledgement PDF. So you have to upload it here. So if people in this meet who's having any doubt how to do student branch reporting, please go check YouTube channel of Kerala Section. I think there is a video mentioned how to do student branch reporting and how to get the acknowledgement and things like that. So you can view it. Feel free to view it, or feel free to ask any of the LinkedIn members. And I have given in my contact in the initial slide. I will also show it at the end. So you can contact me also. I will try to help you with that. So that's the first primary document. And the second document is the student branch officer reporting. So actually, once you do officer reporting, there is no provision in the officer reporting website to kind of download a PDF like the student branch reporting and upload it. So what we did last year in the student branches, we took the officer reporting page, we took a screenshot of all the SBCs and OUs, officer reporting page screenshots, and we just created as a PDF. That's what we did last year. So probably you can follow that, or if there is any better method, you can learn it from anybody and do that. This is what usually student branches do. So that's the second document. Then the third document is list of current student members from OU Analytics. So like vTools, OU Analytics is another tool or another, what to say? Yeah, you can take another tool which is exclusively for student branch officers, available for student branch officers. After officer reporting, the student branch officers will get access for this. Go to vtools.ieee.org. There will be a tab called OU Analytics. Click it. You will go there. So there you can see your OU details. What are your student branch? Who are your student branch members? Their whole details will be there. You just download it, convert it to a PDF, and upload it here. So that's the third one. Make sure it's a PDF. Then the fourth one is a student branch website link or social media link. I think almost all student branches right now has at least the website or an active Instagram page. Just give the link of it. Last year, our student branch gave the Instagram link. before that the website link. So it doesn't matter pretty much. It's not like if you give only the website link, you will get the award. Nothing is like that. You can give any link, provided it's updated. If you're giving the website, make sure all the events from January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022 is updated in the website. Else, don't give your website link. Give your Instagram link. And if it's the Instagram also, make sure it's updated because they will check for it. All the things you give in this will be checked. So please make sure you give that. Then the last one is the retention statistics. So here they have given a template. You have to fill that template. I will show you the template. Yeah, so this is the template. So here, please, when you're going to apply for the award, change this one to 2023 and 2022. So here it will be 2023 and 2022. Don't give it like this. They will consider it's an old one and reject your application. So these are some things which we have to take care of. So please do that. And total number of IEEE student members in 2022 and 2023, type it here. Then the IEEE newly added members, then the previously renewed members, retention percentage. So retention percentage is usually the number of people renewed by the total number of people there who are in the student branch. So just calculate that and put the percentage. So it's like, let's say in 2022, there were 150 members in my student branch. And out of those 150, let's say 70 renewed. So my retention percentage will be 70 by 150. So that's how you can, the template is in the platform, in the nomination portal. This question itself, see the question to submit this information, fill the SB retention statistics template. Just click that, you will get the template. Oh, you couldn't see the template. Sorry. Just a minute. Just forgot about the screen share. I'm sorry. Yeah. I hope you can see it right now. Guys, can you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah, okay. So here you should edit this headings. Don't give us at 2021, 2020. This one should be 2023 and this one should be 2022, if I'm right. Or it's just that. Then the total number of members, then the total number of IEEE student members who were newly added to the branch, then the previously renewed members, then the retention percentage. So the retention percentage, usually, as I said, let's say there are 150 members in your student branch, and out of which 70 members renewed. So your retention rate will be 70 by 150. Please don't take this year's total number, because this year total number also has the people who had taken new membership in the student branch. They don't count in the retention rate. So that's one thing. So people usually do this part correctly. What they do is there is a thing here called retention efforts. So here you have to type in Arial font size 11. They have mentioned the font size specifically. Please follow that and the font type also. So here you have to type what were the retention efforts you took in the student branch. So please mention those efforts and make sure it doesn't go out of this space. Make sure it's one page because it's also mentioned here. Should not have more than one page. So in the small space, make sure you mention your retention activities. Okay. So this is regarding the student brand retention document. So I will share my nomination portal back. Yeah. So these are the 5 mandatory documents. So any doubts regarding these 5 mandatory documents? Anybody? Okay. No, I guess. So we will move on. So next is the 32 additional documents. So this would seem hectic, but don't worry, I have done something with this slide to make all these documents precisely easy for you. I will show it at the end. So just understand what each and every document is for right now. Don't worry, worried about which document, what document. I will show you a slide in my PPT which has all the documents mentioned properly. You can just use it. Can you explain the office bearer reporting once again? Yeah, sure. So the office bearer reporting is actually something you do during each year's start of the new EXICOM, where the previous office bearer goes to the officer reporting portal and changes the officers. So there is no provision to download an acknowledgement or a PDF with the new officers. So what usually student branches do is the officer goes to the officer reporting page where you can select an OU. When you select the OU, all the officers will be displayed on a page. Just take the screenshot of that page. Just a minute. Let me try to show you. Let me check whether I have that document with me. If I show it, it will be more easier for you to understand. Just a minute. Yeah. So this is what a page in the officer reporting portal looks like. So here you select the OU and all officers will be shown like this. Just click a screenshot of this. Take all the screenshots of all the OUs you have, all the SBCs, all the affinity groups. If you have a site group, that site group also, take the screenshot and merge it as a PDF and send it in. So this is what usually student branches do. My student branch has been following this like this, and all the student branches I know has been doing the same. If there is any other method where you can kind of get the PDF directly, please feel free to do that. So this is regarding officer reporting. Who should apply for this, present chair or previous chair? Usually the present chair applies for this because the present chair is the current office bearer. As I said, only the office bearer can apply for this. So there is two options. One is do this before, if you are doing this before the officer reporting, the previous chair should do it. If you're doing it after the officer reporting, the new chair should do it. So that's the process of it. I hope that's clear. So, yeah, okay. So I'll share my screen again. Yeah. So the 5 mandatory documents are over. Next one is the student branch officers and the committee roster. So this can be typically an Excel sheet with columns like IEEE number, the name, the student branch officer position, and their email ID. This is basically an Excel sheet having all your EXICOM members' name, their positions in their EXICOM, their IEEE numbers, and their email ID. So this is what is known as EXICOM and the student branch officers and committee roster. It's the roster of your EXICOM. If you have any subcommittees, you can include in this. It's up to you. All the EXICOM members should be mandatorily there, but committee members, it's up to you. If you want to add them into the roster, you can add them into the Excel sheet. If not, you need not need to add them. Please note this is an Excel sheet. Next is the student branch email address. You can provide the student branch email address. That's pretty straightforward. Then is the minutes of all student branch officer meetings. So you will be having EXICOM meetings. So have a practice of writing minutes in the meeting. At the end, just merge all these minutes document into one and upload this. This is a PDF one. So just convert the minutes document is typically a Word document where all the important points discussed in the EXICOM meeting and all the important decisions took in the EXICOM meeting, it's noted down. Just convert it into PDF and just merge it and submit it. Make sure the date of the EXICOM meeting, the time, how many people attended, all those details are there. Otherwise, they won't. The committee won't feel it to be a legit one. And make sure it's also in a template, maybe in a one where with your SB logos or something. Probably all the student branches have that. So yeah. So that's the next document. Next is the annual budget. So here the annual budget of 2022 should be submitted. So what all activities do you think? Like there will be an annual plan which you will be submitting in 2022. Your previous chair would have submitted. So what all funds do you think will be needed, or what all the expenses you are expecting? Write that as a table. Then what all income you are trying to procure, what are fundings you are trying to apply, what are the income sources, write that as a Excel, as a table, and submit this as a PDF. So that's the annual budget. So it's just writing points of what are the expected income points and expense points, then jotting the values as a table and submitting it. So that's the annual budget. And please note, it's the budget of 2022, not 2023. It's the budget of 2022. Then the year-end financial statement for the previous year. So this is something you actually do for student branch reporting, the student branch annual reporting. There also the same question is actually asked. So probably you can copy the same content, put it in your student branch letter pad and submit it here. So this is also a PDF. So this is something, what all the income which came in 2022, what all the expenses which came in 2022, what was the opening balance, what was the closing balance. That's it. This is the document in short. So you just have to submit that. And the difference between annual budget and this year-end financial statement is annual budget are all expected. It's something you expect, the expected income and the expected expenses of that year, which you're expecting at the start of the year. The end financial statements are a document which you create at the end of the year, where you show actual expenses and actual income and the actual closing and the opening balance. So that's the year-end financial statement and annual budget, both of them. Next is fundraisers. So fundraisers are event which you plan to do or which you had done as fundraisers, like a paid workshop or something, any kind of event, a competition where a lot of registrations came in and you just turned it as a fundraiser. You typically treasure and competition, something like that, are fundraisers. So you can, if you have done any fundraiser events, mention the event, a small paragraph mentioning what the event was, things like that, and a financial report where you show what all the income which came as part of the event, what were the expenses, and how much is the net income which we get as fund to run our student branch. So that's again fundraisers which can be submitted as a PDF. Then is request for IEEE funding. So these are typically done in a lot of ways. So you have a lot of funding opportunities within IEEE. If you look at IEEE students provides PAX fund and something like that, all the student branch chapters like the SBCs has their own student branch grant schemes. So some kind of you apply for some of the fundings through a portal like this, for some of the fundings through email. So what you need to do is, if you apply for funding through a portal, there will be obviously option to kind of like download the acknowledgement of it. So download it and keep it. Or if you apply through mail, just take the screenshot of the mail. The approved screenshot of the fund should be approved. Then only you can put it into this request for IEEE funding. Otherwise, you can't put it. So there is a lot of funding opportunities. I'm not going into it detail. So if you are applying for a funding opportunity through a nomination portal, you can download the acknowledgement anytime. If you did it through an email, you have to take the screenshot of the email, and you just compile this all into a single document, a PDF, and upload it into this section. Please note, this is also document of 2022, not 2023. So you may have to search for this document probably if you haven't planned for this. So this is what I said. This award is something which every Execom should prepare from the start. And as I said, it's not too late. You can just find out the documents, pick it out, contact your previous chairs and office bearers and get it. So next is the membership drive. So here you should give what all activities you did as part of membership development. Please don't write the story of these many members, these many renewed, because we have already given that. And they have given a character count of 300, which is very little. So you have to use it wisely. So please mention the major membership development activities or initiatives you have took in a SD in this field. So this is the next field. Then the next one is newsletter or similar promotional efforts. So here you can, if you have a monthly or quarterly newsletter for your student branch or any of the student branch chapters, you can put it here. So actually, this award is not just restricted to student branch. In IEEE, all the student branch chapters, affinity groups, special interest group, all come under the SD. So actually, if your student CS chapter or your RAS student branch chapter publishes a newsletter, it's actually the newsletter of the SB. You can just take that, upload it, take 2 to 3 editions, screenshot or PDF, and kind of compile it and submit it here. So don't have the disparity that student branch is different and these groups are different. At the end, they are independent OUs, true, but all these come under the base or the foundation of IEEE student branch. Without a branch, you can start an affinity group or a student branch chapter or pretty much nothing. So all the initiatives, activities, everything done by your SBCs, affinity groups can be included as activities of your student branch, and you can add those into this portal also. So this newsletter or promotional efforts is that. Next one is timely meeting notices. So Exicom meetings, you may have to send mails. If you have sent any mails to your Exicom members last year, take that mail screenshot and upload it. So you can't upload WhatsApp screenshots. That's not allowed. If you have email notices, or if you have a Facebook group of your Exicom members and put a notice there, or if it's even a website notification, it's possible. You have put it in a website as a something, it's possible. But WhatsApp messages, any messages or DMs, if you have to be specific, any DMs or group messages can't be considered as a timely meeting notice. So last year, if you have sent, probably you at least you would have sent mail for your first Exicom meeting and your AGM. So please use that mails as screenshots and upload it. And the new office bearers, please follow this as a practice. Every Exicom meeting, send a mail to your student branch members and call a student branch meeting. Yeah. So next one is formation of a new student branch or affinity group. So you can, if you form a side group also, you can add that approval letter. So there will be, you will be receiving approval letter in the form of the mail. So you just take that and upload it here. So next one is student branch mentor. So actually this is appointing a new post in your student branch Exicom, namely a student branch mentor. So you have to attach the meeting minutes where you approved the appointment of student branch mentor, and you have to have the contact information of the mentor in the document and submit it as a PDF. So if you had a mentor in your previous Exicom, you can do that. If not, no issues, because out of all these documents, only 12 are mandatory. Just 12 is mandatory. So don't get overwhelmed that my student branch doesn't have this, doesn't have that. There is a lot of fields coming in, coming down there, which all student branches typically have. So don't worry about it, people listening to this session. So if you have a mentor, you can add this, or if you want in the next year, you can start a position like this. Make sure you have a meeting report approving that and the mentor contact information and do it. So any doubts up until this point? Excuse me, let me turn some water. Yeah, any doubts? If you don't have any doubts, please mention that also, because I want to know if you guys had slipped or not. Yeah, okay, fine. So now I'll be speeding up the session. So next one is attendance at section functions. So the section will be conducting a lot of events. Already 2 student events are done. A lot of events will be coming. So you just list the event name with the date and the number of attendees from your student branch. Just type it out. Make sure you pick the proper events, because there is a character limit. Then the student members who attended regional student congress or cross-section congress, there's a lot of congresses coming, which will be coming in soon, or which will be which you have done in the past year. So probably you have to submit the registration confirmation. If you don't have the registration confirmation, you can submit the certificates. If you have both, please take the photos of both, compile it as a PDF, and send it as a document. These are the student congresses. There is a lot of congresses, art congress is there, all India congress is there. So you just have to participate in that. Make sure your members participate in that. And if previous members have participated, take the certificates and registration copies and upload it. Next is attending a student branch leadership workshop. So leadership workshop are generally V-tool session, F2F you had recently. So all these sessions are usually known as student branch leadership workshop, which are specific for student branch officers. It can be even your branch counselor sessions are considered as leadership workshops. So these sessions are specifically curated for student branch leaders. So what you have to do is just attach the certificate you have if you attended any session and upload it. Next is event and activities reported on vTools. So in vTools, actually, you have a option to download. You can select the time period and you will get a list of activities. You can just download that activities pretty straightforward in an Excel format. Take that Excel and upload it here. So you can do it, get it from the vTools portal. Don't worry about it. Then if you have hosted any student professional awareness activity, so it's usually something funded by the SPARK committee. If you applied for the SPARK funding of the IEEE students and you got it and you did the program with that fund, you have to attach the approval mail, the fund approved mail, and the report of the event as a PDF with this mail. Then IEEE Day celebration. If you have done an IEEE Day celebration, submit the report of the event. Then the participation of student branch members. If your student branch or student branch members have been involved in humanitarian activities, report of the event with pictures, upload. Then there is competitions conducted by IEEE R10 in the regional level student paper contest, regional level hardware design contest. All these contests are conducted. If any of your student members have participated in this one, you have to attach their certificate and attach their abstract copy. If they have a certificate, you can attach that. Anyways, they will be having abstract copy. You can submit that abstract copies here. Then IEEE has student competition like IEEE Extreme, which is the 24-hour coding competition, IEEE Match C, which is a app development hackathon, app development competition basically. So if your members participated or if you hosted that, just attach the report of the event with the pictures. Done. Then distinguished lectures program. If you have done DLPs are usually highly qualified research speakers. So if you have got approval for a DLP program from the respective society or the respective body and you have conducted it, upload the report. Technical workshops. If you have conducted any technical events, technical workshops we usually conduct in our college, submit the report of those. Then technical seminars, the talk sessions we do in our college as our student branch activity, upload it. Then industry visits and factories, if you have gone that, upload the report. Step activity. So step activity is usually activity done with the aim to promote students to to take professional members. So if you are done even like that, usually step activities are done with the funding from YP, the affinity group. So if you have approved funding for that activity, submit the screenshot and the event you have done with that. If you didn't seek any funding from the IEEE YP affinity group, you did it on your own, no worries, upload the report and the list of the participants, which is also important in this case. Then event organized with other organizational OUs. So it can be any other IEEE student, your collaborations basically. If you have collaborated with organizations to do workshop, you can mention them. If you collaborated with other IEEE OUs, other IEEE student branches or the section, anybody who have collaborated with pretty much, take those events reports, compile it, upload it. So these are the event parts. So if you see the things which I said in the last 5 to 6 points are something pretty much all student branches have. So with that itself, you will be reaching 12 documents very easily. So next, so we are at the end. So next one is application for one of the following IEEE awards submitted last year. So last year, if you are submitted for any of these awards, the Darrell Chong Award, Larry K. Wilson Award, or this same award, Regional Student Exemplary Award, just take that nomination. You can download the nomination copy, just attach that PDF here. If you won the Exemplary Student Branch Award last year, choose the file, the certificate of it and upload it. Then the Larry K. Wilson Award. If anybody from your SB has given a nomination for this year, Larry K. Wilson, upload the copy. If you are given nomination for this year's Outstanding Branch Counselor or Advisor Award, attach the copy of the nomination. So typically, I would suggest you apply for this award at the last, because if you're applying for all these three awards, the Larry K. Wilson, the Outstanding Branch Counsel, OBC, and the Regionally Exemplary Award, you need the nominations of Larry K. Wilson and the OBC award. So apply those first, get the nomination documents and upload, do it here. Then last one is an additional document. So maximum of 5 pages only allowed, where you can pretty much tell anything, any events or any initiatives or any activities which didn't come under any of these sections. So that can be typically your site activities or STEM activities or Exicom meetings. Activities like that come under this category. So you can create a PDF of the reports and just submit it. So these are the documents. So this is the next section. So the next section is endorsement section. This is the last section, and this is the section which typically scares you out. So as I said, you need 2 endorsements. So you just give the name and the email ID of the endorser and send a request. They will receive an email where they have to open the email, submit the endorsement document, and done. So you receive the endorsements like that. So please don't wait until the last minute. If the award deadline is 31st, make sure you apply for this award in 28th, so that your endorsers get ample time to upload their endorsements. Okay. So send request now. Once they submit it, you will receive a mail acknowledgement. The person who is applying will get a mail acknowledgement at their mail ID that this person has submitted the endorsement. So when you receive 2 endorsements, you will give save and submit button will be there. You just give the submit, done. So this is the award nomination process. I know you have heard a lot. It's hectic. So I have done something in the PPT which will help you to get a concise part. So yeah. So anybody, literally anybody who would have come here, talk, take this portal, talk whatever I said, and the session would be done. I am not needed here. Anybody could have done that. So why I am here again? So what I have done is I have took all these 38 documents and I have divided them into sections. Pretty much what all documents you have to prepare at the start of the year, what all documents you have to continue preparing throughout the year, what all documents which you can do in the last minute, and what all documents which come as miscellaneous, let's say. So these are the documents which you have to do at the start of the year. So this is annual budget and appointing and working with the student branch mentor. These two documents. If you want these 2 documents at the end of the year, you have to do this at the start of the year. So if you want, you can take screenshots of this following slides. So next slide is year-long effort. So you can see there is 2 parts, 2 slides for this year-long efforts. So these are the documents which needs you to put effort all along the year, because you have to do an event like that and you have to get it done. The bracket in that mandatory thing means that's a mandatory document. So year-long effort, these are the documents which you need to put an year long, then only you will get the document done at the end. So this is part 1 of this document. This is the part 2 of that document. So this is the next part. Then the third part is participation and representation. So if you want these documents, you should make sure your student branch members or Executive members participate in these competitions or represent your student branch in these competitions. So these are those documents. So this is another one. Then the last one, if I'm like, the miscellaneous documents. These are documents which doesn't fall in the three to four categories which I mentioned in the last slide. So I just put these in the separate. So yeah. So the next one is, we are known for last minute. So these are the last minute documents. So you can see all the mandatory documents can be created in the last minute. So you don't have to worry about it. So these are only this many documents. If you see, 7 documents can be only created in the last minute. If you want more number of documents to be submitted, you have to follow this year-long effort documents. Because these documents can be, if you follow this, pretty much you can submit all these documents pretty easily. So yeah, so these are the documents part of it. Next is endorsements. So let's come into the endorsements part. This is very important. Actually, if you get the documents part right, and if you go with the endorsements wrong, finished. Your nomination would be of no use. So when you look at the endorsements, usually we get endorsements from professional members. It's specific. They have said student branch counselor or department head or student activities committee chair of the section, or the section chair, or the section student representative. So you can get endorsement from typically only 4 people. Okay, all of these are professional members. Especially if you're asking endorsement for section chair and section SAC, almost all the SPCs ask for them. So probably you have to create an endorsement document for them and send them. They will actually read it and edit it and do. So these are the tips you should keep in mind when you write your endorsements. First one is get one endorsement from branch counselor, no matter what. No matter what, or an equivalent person means chapter student branch chapter advisor or the affinity group advisor. Anybody. Get one endorsement from the people or the professional or the faculty who is involved with your student branch in your college. That's important. If you get 2 endorsements from the section chair and section chair, a SAC, I think the branch counselor and the branch counselor combination has more effect, because the endorser is actually validating your work. So that person should be involved in your work. So get one of the endorsement from branch counselor, no matter what. That's the first tip I would like. These are tips. These are not norms, or these are not guidelines, or these are not things, rules you should follow. This is my tips. Get one endorsement from branch counselor. Second one is, make sure in the endorsements when you're writing, use first person pronouns. Don't use third person, like the endorser is referring your SB as the first person. So make sure you use first person pronouns, not second person or third person pronouns. Then the second endorsement you get, please make sure you select a person who was involved in the student branch operations last year. If you are asking for the section chair or section SAC chair, at least try to select the person who was involved with the SB, who maybe came as a chief guest for one of your event, who maybe gave you advice regarding an event, who maybe joined an online, so who take the execom training of your section. Anybody like that, please make sure if the second person, if possible, this is just a recommendation I have written there. Endorser who was directly involved in your operations is highly recommended. If you don't have, it's no issues. But if you have a person like that, please select that. Then prepare and send in endorsements early. Please send your endorsements by second week of March, because the person who want to endorse may have to do some edits in that and do that. So please send your endorsements early so that you don't have a last minute rush. Then make sure your endorsement doesn't go over a single page. Make sure it's just a 1-page endorsement, 2-page, maximum 2 pages. Anyways, we never follow limits. If we say 1, you go to 2. So don't exceed 2 pages. Please don't exceed 2 pages. It looks ugly. Then the last point is, this is the most important point. In your endorsements, make sure to mention numbers, important events, milestones, and the USP. Why your SB is unique. That try to bring out these points in the endorsements rather than this is a good SB, this is an active SB. This is something all SBCs can write. Just give your unique points, put your unique points in the endorsements. This increases the chances of you getting the awards. So these are some tips I would like to give you regarding the endorsements. Then this is the final slide. These are some pointers I would like to share from my experience. That's apply for this award, the Regional Exemplary Award, after applying for all the other MJ awards. Then this is what I have seen. Please give as much as supporting documents, because this actually increases the chances of you winning. Because if you see, all these documents point to, if you can submit all these 38 documents, it means your student branch operation is perfect. There is no way these guys can reject you. So as the number of documents you provide increases, it means your student branch is operating properly. So that actually increases the chances of you winning. I'm not saying you will surely win, it just increases the chances. And the important point is here, quality supporting document. It should have some quality in it. It should be precise. You can't just forge something, it will be very visible to them. So it should be a quality supporting document. Next one is contact the endorsers as soon as the award portal opens. That gives you more time to talk with the endorser, create a good endorsement, and avoid last minute rush of getting the endorsement from the endorser. So contact the endorsers as soon as possible. Next one, I will suggest if you could have a dedicated team to take care of this award nomination process, it would be easy, because you have to go through a lot of documentations in the previous year, because you're applying for the previous year. You have to fetch a lot of documents from the past. So actually it takes time. So have a dedicated team for that. Then, as I said in the portal, always save the nomination after each and every edit. Please do that, because that portal cheats you. It will cheat you. Then this is a point. Be more factual rather than നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ പറയത്തില്ല തള്ളു തള്ളിയിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. be more factual. Your the content you are giving should be more of a factual kind of thing. It should not seem grand or something. It should be factual, and don't wait until the last minute, because as I said, first thing, endorser, you may not be sure whether the endorser will give you the endorsement on time. Second problem is the IEEE portal kind of messes with you around. At the last minute, if the portal doesn't open or the portal doesn't work, gone. Your SBs, you are doing this for your SB. You are representing a college. So you just lost an opportunity for your college. So that's bad. So these two problems, the chances of these two problems occurring is very high. And the process of creating all these documents in a short time is too hectic. So please don't wait until the last minute. This month I just started. Start your work from tomorrow. Your work will be easy. It will be less of a pain in the ass. So that's it. This is just an self-appreciation slide for me. So thank you guys. With that, we come to the end of the session. Sorry, coordinators, I just took a bit of a time. I just had to explain the documents. I'm sorry about that. So that's the end of the session. So if you have any doubts, you can shoot it right now. I will be happy to help you with the answers. And as a disclaimer, I just want to mention that these are something which I have learned from sessions like this. These points are something from the experience of applying and some from the experience of people who are applied. So actually there is no such strict norms or strict method like you have to apply document like this, that there's nothing like that. So these are something I learned from this. If there was any mistakes which I have said in this, and if you find out that, please feel free to tell it to me, because I want to correct it. I want to make my knowledge accurate. Yeah. So that's it. So if you have any doubts, you can shoot right now.
Participants, please note that if you have any doubts, you may unmute yourself and ask, or maybe use the chat box for the same. And please make sure to fill the feedback form that is posted in the chat box right now before the meeting ends. So I hope there are no more doubts. Thank you, Google, for such a valuable session. I'm sure everyone was indeed able to gain an insight on the application process and criteria. As a token of our gratitude, we present to you a memento. We express our sincere gratitude on behalf of IEEE Link for such an enlightening and engaging session. Thank you everyone for being a part of the experience. Let us wind up today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Link team, for this token of appreciation. It means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.